Welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be a how-to video, follow-up to my previous video reviewing the ScaleTrains 42-foot steel coil car. I mentioned in that video how I was not really a fan of the ScaleTrains couplers it came equipped with, so we got some Microtrains couplers that we are going to hopefully swap them out with. Right, here we are back at the workbench, and so these couplers here, let's see if I can point at this with these couplers. So they got the boxes, but they're attached to the car, so we can't just do a nice easy swapping out the coupler boxes. So what we have to do is we have to take these couplers out and swap them out with the Microtrains couplers, but using the same box. So we're going to try to do that here. And so we've taken the screw out here, and there is a small the trip pin lever is here. So you have to pull that out from the coupler box lid before you can take the lid off. And then the lid will slide right out, and the coupler will hopefully just pop right out of there. So see, that'll just lift out of there, and then the coupler box lid should just kind of pull right out. There we go. And you can see the coupler, and then we'll just pop that off that pin. You gotta be careful you don't pull the trip lever wire. Of course we get caught on it, and there we go. ScaleTrains coupler is out, and now let's get to the Microtrains couplers. In the Microtrains coupler box, it does come with a list of instructions for putting these couplers together. So we'll read those and we'll get to work. So in the box, we've got these are the, ooh, I dropped it. In here, we've got coupler boxes and covers. We've got the knuckles and trip pins. I just need a couple of those. Also in the box, buried down at the bottom, of course, if I can grab it with the tweezers, and it won't come out now. We've got screws for mounting the coupler boxes, which we don't need because we've already got, we'll be using the ScaleTrains coupler boxes. We've got centering springs, and I think there's one more in here. We have these are the trip, oh, these are the trip pins. I think I said the trip pins come on here. They don't, that's just the couplers. Alright, and that's what comes in these little kit boxes. I don't think I mentioned it. I've got the unassembled short shank, body mounted short shank couplers from Microtrains. They are the 1015 couplers. It's what ScaleTrains recommends to use on their newer products. I think starting starting last year, their products are made to be compatible with the 1015 and 1016 Microtrains couplers. If you're unsure, the products do say on the ScaleTrains website on the respective product page if it is compatible with Microtrains couplers, and if it does say that, it is the 1015s and 1016s. Alright, so what I've done off camera now is snap off the couplers off of the sprue, and I have added the trip pin into the knuckle coupler. Now what we're going to do is that hole that's on the finger side, that we're going to thread the trip pin through that hole. And there we go. The coupler is assembled. Now it's time to put it on the car. Alright, once you have the couplers taken off, I forgot to show this when I was putting them on, but the pin inside the coupler box will go in the round circular part, and the spring, the centering spring, goes between the pin and the shaft of the coupler in this little rectangular part. And there is a small burr on the couplers. See if you can focus there. You can see it there. That has to get filed off. If you don't file that down, the couplers won't pivot properly within the coupler box, and what could lead to cars derailing some cars. So now that we have the couplers on, you just position the cover of the box back on top of the couplers and put the trip pin lever back in its little hole, and your coil car should be all ready to go. Now that the couplers are together, that's a pretty good height match with the Atlas locomotive I got there. And the coupler has, my finger here, some much more decent movement back and forth. Alright, there you go. That's a short video on replacing your Scaletrains couplers with Microtrains couplers. Thanks for watching. Niagara N Scaler, signing off.